Man, it's gonna take forever to clean up this mess. Try this. What is that? This thing is awesome. Today we have something from Temu. Oh, wow, special. I'm not really coming into this with high expectations, but this is a air cleaning gun by SPTA. Introduction. This tool is used for all kinds of dusts. Remove. Include industry and households, narrow gaps, high places, internal pipes, machine internal parts, or precision instruments. Ooh, English isn't the best. That's probably because it's made in China, but that's okay. We're gonna see what it's about. Unfortunately, the box came smashed up, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think it'll be okay. All right, we got it. Ooh, okay. First off, I mean, it feels pretty nice. It does feel fairly cheap, but for being cheap, it feels actually decent quality. So I'm sure you guys have seen these on the internet. This little straw spins really fast and it can blow off dirt and all that stuff. It's usually for car detailing. That's what I got it for. So I like that it's got a little hook there so you can hang it up. That's pretty nifty. And then it looks like this can actually, oh. Interesting. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep this on or not. I hope there's instructions, but that's quite interesting. I'm assuming this comes off, but we'll find out when we actually start using it. Let's go ahead and put that back. Let's see what else we have in here. Okay, so that was the packaging for that. Let's have a little bristled brush, which attaches somehow. It attaches by threading. Let's see here. Yes, we do get instructions, and then our air fitting 1/4 NPT, just the standard fitting. Nothing fancy. Oops. All right, be gone. All right, let's see what we get here. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different languages in here. Let's find the English. This appliance is suitable for applying for cleaning cars, machines, fabric, carpet. That's what we're going to be testing mostly. It can also apply for cleaning and blow somewhere hard to reach. Again, not very good translated English, but it's Temu, we'll give them a break. This tool will work with rotation, whip, and create tornado effect to lift the dirt and blow away. Any other usage or modification to the appliance is deemed to be improper and carries a significant risk of accidents, so we will not do anything. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for damage resulting from improper usage. Warnings: read all safety warnings and all instructions. Failure to follow the warnings and instructions may result in electric shock. How? Electric shock? Fire or serious injury. I guess you can create an electric shock from an air compressor, but it's highly unlikely with this. Keep out of reach of children. This tool can cause considerable noise from air pressure, so apologies in advance. Please wear hearing protection at all times. It's probably very loud. When using this tool, small pieces of debris will be whirled into the air. Always wear protective goggles or glass to prevent eye damage. All right. This tool nebulizes the cleaning liquid. Wear appropriate respiratory protection to prevent health hazards from inhalation. Nebulizes, so maybe it turns it into dust. Use in a well-ventilated area. Do not exceed 110 psi. Do not use with acidic, flammable, or combustible products. Do not point cleaning tool at face or body. Avoid breathing dust or handling debris that can be harmful to your health. Should you notice a tool malfunction, discontinue use and contact your supplier. Use caution when other people are in your surrounding work area. Always disconnect the device from the air supply when not in use and before changing accessories. Always check the device for leaking hoses, loose fittings, and damaged parts. We recommend that you never clean any safety-related components with this tool, such as safety belts, electrical modules. Okay, because that'd probably be too aggressive. Warning: kickback. A high working pressure. Kickback can occur and lead to danger due to continuous loads under certain circumstances. Risk of suffocation. This tool works with an air compressor, working with nitrogen, not recommended. There's a risk of suffocation. Therefore, work with only in well ventilated areas. Well, I'm not using nitrogen, so. Never exceed the maximum permissible operating pressure of 8 bar, which was 110 PSI. Use a pressure reducer to adjust the working pressure. Do not point the tool towards people or animals. Do not cause any sparks or ignite any naked flame. There's a lot more stuff, but I'm not gonna read through it all. There is a bottle that you can use, but it doesn't seem like this will allow for it. So we will not be able to test that today. It didn't say anything in the instructions. However, this loosely was in there. So I'm gonna use my better judgment and just say we don't need this. Pop this back on, tighten that down. I can hear it making that sound, so it can just, you know. And then this piece, so I figured that this unscrews like that. And then you could come in, and it's kind of tough finding the threads here.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
What the heck? Okay, I've tried for the last 5 minutes and it will not lock on to a thread without feeling like it's gonna cross thread. So we're gonna use that right now. We're here for this. Yeah, that one goes on perfectly fine. What the heck? I guess that's what you get from buying off Temu. All right, we're gonna install this the proper way with some thread sealer, or thread tape, I guess. It's got a rubber O-ring, but I wanna just give it an extra seal on it. Okay. Tighten that up. We're ready to use. But of course you need an air compressor. I already have one, so we will go out into the garage. All right, so I don't have a regulator, but on tool here, I have a number and it looks like it's at like 65. So we'll go to 70 and that'll be our pressure. Safety first. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna just do safety glasses so you can actually hear me talk. I'm probably not gonna do anything like too hectic, but you should probably wear something like that. So the main reason I got this was because my carpets like to get dirty because of this little guy. Yeah. So we're gonna see how well it will clean up your hair. Yeah, that's you. That's you, dude. Can you stop doing that? First, I wanna see how crazy this thing is. Oh, is it not the right one? Oh no. Well, I'm gonna need to switch out this end. That does not fit in here. All right, we got a different fitting on here now, so hopefully it'll actually work. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's see. I'm scared. Woo! Oh, that's so cool. It gives a really cool, like, humming vibration on the hands. That's very cool. All right, let's see if we can take off the dog hair on here. All right, let's give her a go. Okay, first impression, took off the main stuff. There's still a little bit of stuff embedded. I feel like I could get a little bit more air pressure out of this, so I'm actually gonna go turn up the air pressure on it. All right, so I raised the pressure up from 70 to 90 PSI, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more power out of this. We'll see. Oh yeah. Wow. Awesome. Now it's not 100%, but that cleaned up, I'd say probably about 95% of the hair. Yeah, there's hair that's like really embedded in there, but this is really doing a good job cleaning up all of that hair, and that already looks amazing. Now my seats are absolutely filthy. Again, I have a dog. Now a lot of this will need more than just a quick blow off, but just so we can see how this works, let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. Amazing. Amazing. That cleaned up all of the hair. All of the hair is completely gone off of this front face. There's a few pieces back here that I didn't really reach, but aside from the mud stains from the dog, all of the hair is gone, and it definitely pulled all of that dust and dirt out of these crevices that would probably take the vacuum a little bit longer. So this thing is doing very quick work. I think a combination of this with a vacuum, because obviously blowing this, it's got to go somewhere. Loosening up the stuff from the ground and then using the vacuum in unison with this will probably make it the best combo, but this thing is easy. Now the harder stuff is what's embedded right here, so let's give that a test. Let's see how it works. Oh my goodness. That is that is so incredible. Yeah, when I did my vacuum video, if you watch my vacuum video, it did take a while to get this up. That was like, what, 1.5 seconds, and it's pretty much all gone. This thing is awesome. All right, so now for the real test. So this is my little cover for the dog to stand on, but unfortunately, his hair escapes and goes everywhere. And yes, I can get the vacuum and clean that up, but I want to see how this does. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I missed a little bit back here, but the best part about this is because it's air powered, it can get in tight spots. So let's try this little tight spot right here. Okay, it wasn't as perfect in that area, but it definitely does the job better than I anticipated in this area. I think in this tighter reach area with my smaller attachment for my vacuum, I'll be able to get in and take care of this completely. But that is beautiful. Now it's hard to see on camera, but obviously with the included hair, there's quite a bit of dust here in this area. I'm sure it's gonna do just fine, but let's give it a go. Boom, took all that dust off. Yeah, there's still stains and all that. Obviously, this isn't gonna do that. However, I wish I would have had the attachment to use a container with liquid to actually like get in there and like clean this up, but maybe we'll do that in another video. All right, now this is what I'm most excited for. This is a rug that exists inside of my house, and I'm sure you'll notice that there's a lot of hair everywhere. So let's see how well it works. Let me grab my glasses. Safety first. All right, see all the hair? Hair be gone. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was so quick. It's perfect. If you have short-haired carpets, that was absolutely easy. I can completely do this whole thing. I'm actually gonna time myself, see how quickly I could do this whole thing and clean it up versus, let's say, what a vacuum cleaner would do. But a vacuum cleaner wouldn't perfectly get this hair off. So I'm gonna do like a little time lapse, and I'll probably set a timer on, and let's see how long it took. And time. All right, we'll stop there. Wow. So that took 1 minute and 2 seconds. Absolutely insane. I'd say this is, yeah, this is like 99% done. There's like one there, little spot there. So if I would have spent maybe 10 more seconds taking my time on this, it would be 100% perfect. Nice and clean it is. There's a little hair there. This side was the worst. I spent a little bit more time on this side because my dog lays on this side more. But as you can tell, it is absolutely clean. This thing is incredible. I'm sure you understand now that this thing is freaking awesome. I love this thing. I'm going to use this very much. It's very funny. You could see how aggressive it is. You can see the rings that it created from these little BBs spinning around like that. And for what it is, for the price that it is, I'll put it up right here. And being from Temu, This thing is awesome. I can only imagine the professional ones, how good these are. This one works exactly how it needs to work. You saw me put it through the test. It freaking takes care of business. And dog hair, the most difficult thing to get out of carpets and anywhere, this thing just mangles it. Now, obviously you have to think, wherever you blow this, it's going to blow it somewhere else. So I think you still need a vacuum when you use this, unless you're blowing things off like I did the carpet outside. Then you don't need to vacuum afterwards. But this was made to be used in cars. So if you're using this on your car to clean the inside, I would make sure you follow up with the vacuum so you can get all the loose stuff. But say goodbye to having to spend 20 minutes in one spot with the vacuum. You run this around it real quick, pick up the excess, and you're freaking done. This saves time and energy. I love it. Unfortunately, I'm not very impressed with this piece. I just couldn't get it on. Let me try to put it on one more time. Yeah, it just does not want to screw on. But honestly, we're using this for the blower, not for this. I think this is redundant in the fact that this is already doing the work, blowing everything off, whereas this is kind of impeding the air and preventing it from doing its job. So chuck that and just use this in a vacuum cleaner and you're freaking good to go. I'll leave a link in the description for this. Obviously keep in mind Temu, stuff from Temu takes a while because it's coming from China. But I mean, if you want to just try this and you're on a budget, I think this is absolutely worth the money that you're paying, even though it's really inexpensive. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.